どうも、パフォーマンストレーナーのSonosukeです。今日はですね、TXT さんのリアクションをしたいと思います。まずは TikTok からですね、見たいと思うんですが、Today I would like to talk about the TXT. They just came out with a new song maybe. This is my first time to check this one out, but I want to see like individually first.To check the name, to remember the name as well. Right, let's start with Yeonjun. Look at his physique. So beautiful. He's quite tall, like he's really skinny. He's got long limbs and what a perfect guy. See that wide stance he's got? He has such a long leg. Oh my god, I don't have these kind of legs. My legs too short. Wow. I love this. I'm working as a performance trainer. Yeah, people maybe like in Japan, when I say like performance training coach, everybody will get confused and they don't really care about what is performance training coach. They just care about the personal trainer. What we focus on is all the human movements. Like it doesn't matter. I love dancing. I love watching artists. But the difference between like just a personal trainer and performance training coach, I can coach any kind of like sports player, any kind of like sports athletes, any athletes. And also the dancers as well, because all human bodies are the same, right? And we know how to move efficiently, like without using energy. Effortless power is the best. You know that? Because if you use too much muscle energy, right, you're really easy to get tired. You cannot create a good performance, long duration. For the artist, right, they have to sing and dance for like 2 and more than 3 hours, right? So they have to use the effortless power all the time, right? That's why they have to have talented physical skill as well. And there, I love his the pointing, the flow, like really sharp like this. It's really important for dancing to stabilize well and to create some smooth and fluid movement. You got to have this kind of stability. I don't really call this as a stability, but it's kind of one of the skill. And he always create an amazing like a diagonal line, like an X line. Dancing is like all about straight line and diagonal line, and the creating the smooth and quality circle, and also the spiral movement. It's all about the performance, right? And I like his like really sharp alignment and a center line. このすごいですね。このポイントするこの足の使い方のラインがね、この角度がね、もう本当にね、綺麗ですよね。Woo! See that? It's really dynamic and smooth, but he has got really, really like quality posture as well, and then his arms also really amazing. Ooh. How do you call that? We call it as a stop motion. See that? Like it's like a freeze motion. I can see that he's this kind of like movements are like really classic and yeah. As you can see, he's like, see that core part, core here. It's not as like solid. It's kind of solid, but it's all relaxed and very natural natural posture alignment. This is the hardest part of like any type of like athletic movement. We don't really brace our core, right? As you can see, like we have to be fluid. Even you run, even you do martial arts, you cannot be like stiff and stabilized like this. You cannot move, right? So the core training is a kind of big hit like 10 years ago, but right now is a little bit, we think about really deep more. We always talk about weight shifting, how to weight shift, and also how to use our body like fluidity. It's more like spiral movement, right? So the dancers as well, they shift the axis like this, they shift the body weight, and sometimes shift the body weight and create some like fluid movement. So they have to have like specific, like special skills to control and manipulate their body. He has got such a good talented, or he spent so much, I can see like he has spent so much time on like like dance and modified and check, and he has so many experience in his body and his performance. And I can see like his traps and shoulders are totally relaxed. So that's why his all fingers and arms are so relaxed and like always fluid. And the arm motions, like I have experience of dancing. I learned some pop dance and hip hop dance for like 7 years, maybe 7 years, 7 or 8 years. I know how difficult this is. They sing and they dance. I never understand how they can do that. And a little point is very important. I see the external rotate the hip, but pelvis like facing forward, and look at it, his right toe is like facing forward. This is not that easy. See that? His legs movement, he's flexing, his like hip flexors, really, he's got a very nice angle, like more than 90 degrees, but his back never claps like this, right? No, we call this as a butt wink, right? He doesn't do that. His body doesn't happen that butt wink. Right? That means he's got a very natural spine control. So fluid. Definitely the top artist. One of the top artists. That's my opinion, okay? Woo! Sometimes so sad, sometimes very sad to like look my like comment, and sometimes like they always like, especially Japanese people loves to judge, oh this guy's the perfect, this guy's the number one, stuff like that. You're saying something wrong, stuff like that. I was like, why is that? Everybody's so good, like any TXT and iPhone, BTS, they're top artists. Everyone's top artists. I just want to say, like, I always think that like everyone should have different opinion, right? It's a bad thing to force something, individual opinion. We should have a different opinion. We share the opinion. We learn other person's opinion. That's the good thing, right? We share and we learn each other. I think that's the peace, right? Why everybody's fighting in the comment? I don't understand. Right, next person? そうなんか英語ばっかり喋ってたけど、とにかくね、ヨンジュンさんはもう本当アームスからこの足のパフォーマンス、あとねこの体幹部っていうもののその安定っていうと堅苦しいんですけど、そのナチュラルで 自然に置かれてるっていうのはものすごく難しいんですね。これ皆さんトレーニングとかね、スポーツやると分かると思うんですけど、我々がトレーニングとかしている理由っていうのは、もちろんその野球選手もそのスポーツパフォーマンス上がれば上がるほど、それはそれに対してカスタマイズした体作っていかなきゃいけないんですけど、それはやっぱり加速とかそういったものが大事で、やっぱ道具使うスポーツはまたちょっと別として、やっぱダンサーさんっていうのは硬くしてしまうと、ブレイスしてしまうと動けないじゃないですか。わかるでしょ？よく体幹を締めて、体幹締めたら何ができなくなると思います？体幹締めたら歩行ができなくなっちゃうんですよ。歩行って何か体重移動なんですよね。そう。中心に締めてしまったら、我々はシフトができないので、体重のシフティングができないから動けなくなっちゃうんですよ。だからロボットダンスっていうのは確実にそれを表現していることですよね。ロボットダンスっていうのはいかに全てをブレイスさせることによってその動きが生まれてくるわけですよね。そう。すごく僕はポッパーさんとかすごくいい例で、アニメーションダンサーさんとかもそうなんですけど、彼らってすごくなんていうんですかね、スネーキーでなんかウェーブとか動くフルイッドなグニャグニャした動きができて、それをしっかりコントロールできてヒットを打てたりとかできるからこそ固めることができるんです。我々もそれ一つ言えることがあって、自由化されることによってある一定のポジションで締めるっていうことが理解できるんです。初めから締めるっていうことを理解するから、こういう風な大人になるとどんどんリズム取りとか硬くなるじゃないですか。僕人のこと言えないですけど、そうだからいかにナチュラルなその体の質感を保ちながら腕を動かして、それでこのアームスとか四肢の動きがすごく安定するっていうのは、そういった能力がないとできないんですよね。能力があるなしっていう、これまた言うとあれですけど、能力あるなしっていうよりはそこを突き詰めてるっていうところですよね。そこのスマートさですよね。いわゆる必要なものは省く。ブルース・リーもそういった言葉を残してますけど、必要なものは入れていらないものは省いていく、そのもう繰り返し、そして自分のものを作るっていう、もうなんかほんと質感高いですよね、動きがね。You know this comment, one of the Japanese maybe girls putting the comment saying like this uniform just Yeonjun just Yeonjun allowed to wear this costume. Just Yeonjun allowed to wear this costume. I think so. I cannot wear this. I don't want to. It's just embarrassing. I'm sorry, my translation is so bad, and I mean it's so hard to read Japanese and translate to English. This is so hard, and also I don't really speak good English. I'm sorry. All right, let's go. Who is this? スンビンさんですね。When I read the name, I read Korean. I can read Korean, but I don't really understand. But it's good to I can read the name. Woo! They have a really nice straight line and really dynamic arm movements. Woo! They're definitely top. And look at that. What do you call this? I always call this like a hip attack, hip rotation attack. Maybe they have a special term, like all the jazz dances or contemporary dance, they have do some like this kind of stuff. Lou Serafin does it all the time, right? But it's kind of but it's internal. But it's some the girls always head always same line as the pelvis, like straight line, and they do that hip the hip twist. But it's good to see like they're leaning back and creating some, nice diagonal angle. It's a kind of new. Ooh. What a physique. See that his waist here? That's so slim. Oh, Subin san. He has got a good voice. 彼はすごい高音域歌う人なんですけどね。It's always confusing. Like Subin here, right? I mean, there's a Korean here. That's Subin. And in English, Subin. And in Japanese, Subin. Holy fuck. This group has such nice finger action, right? Why they have such a long fingers and they can manipulate so like cool. And I love their wide stance performance. They always stand wide, boom, like this, right? I love that. Woo. かっこいいっすね。See this is all kind of like shifting weight. Head always try to stabilize same spot as the toe, the foot, right? Head over foot. This is the most safety and most efficient balance. Head over foot. We should learn that. Ooh. His proximal movement, proximal movement is so smooth. これでproximal筋位的なこの動きがすっごいスムーズですよね。やっぱ筋位的なスムーズなこの可動と綺麗な安定っていうのはやっぱりこの手先から足の使い方すごくこう反映しますよね。めちゃくちゃ綺麗ですよね。彼高音域歌うんですね。TXT さんだけちょっとねまだ声がねわかんないんだよね。これねボンギュくんですね。ポンキュさん。なんかかっこいいっていうよりなんか僕はわかんないですけど可愛い系だと思うんですけどやっぱ動くとかっこいいっすよね。See that low angle? It's compared to Yeonjun's, right? His Yeonjun's tibia was like straight, right? From the ground. But he has got the 45 angle. Which one is... I don't know which one's the right way to do that. But anyway, I don't really care. This one is also like the perfect movement because always even, right? The right leg and left leg tibia and the whole right leg is the same angle, 45 angle. And look at that, straight line here. This is all about the classic movement. Woo. What a sexy move right there. Woo. And I see that when I do the dance performance, this is the hardest part, The arms and legs is, like pointing and has same angle, 45 angle. Where I could always talk about this one like X position, any kind of X. But reaching the arm as the same angle as the leg is so hard. For me, I don't buy out for you guys, but so wide. TXT さんこのワイドスタンスが結構すっごくなんかパフォーマンスで見るような感じですけど、なんかそういうコンセプトなのかな。なんかね、なんかわかんないですけど、なんかうわすごい。Beomgyu. He's cool, but I think he's kind of like a cute guy. But when I see the comment, everybody's saying like, "Oh, he's so cool. He's so cool." Right. Yeah. His performance and face is like a big gap, right? Like he's a cool guy. I mean, cute face, but his performance is such really aggressive. It's a good thing, it's really sharp and really speedy, very stable. I forgot his name. Taehyun-san. Oh, look at this costume, like uniform costume, wear clothes. Ooh. Yeah, the arms are so beautiful. Ooh. See the wider stance and the hip accent. Oh, this choreograph is so difficult. This one, right to the left, right? This kind of detail is so difficult. 難しいですよね、こういう股関節の通しをスラッてやるっていう。アームスのキレとかこの手の質感とかかっこいいですよね。He's like really powerful arms movement, and his expression is so cool, right? And this transition right to left, the hip wave, I call it as a maybe hip wave, I don't know. This kind of a technique is so difficult. I mean, I never. How can I do that? Woo. This arms is so cool. Ooh. What a sexy. Ooh. かっこいいっすよね。なんかこんだけパワフルなところがふーってここのチェストの抜き方のこのセクシー感出せるとか、これやばいっすね。このアングル、これはやられちゃいますね。やっぱりこう力強さとビジュアルのこの差ですよね。わお。これはヒュニンカイくんですね。カイくん。I don't know the short name, the nickname in English. I don't know about him, but in Japan, the fan calls him as a Kai-kun, Kai-chan, Kai-kun. What about in English? Hyunin Kai. It's a quite long name. And his sister is Bahie-chan. In Japanese, they call her as a Hie-chan. But how about in English? Ooh, he's half Australian. I don't know. Anyway, his performance is very, very powerful, and his physique as well. Oh, this angle. Yeah, Yeonjun 씨. Yeonjun always has a straight line here most of the time. That's why I like his performance. That's my type, right? My type. And also when you create the 45 angle in the ankle and the tibia here, you got to have a really flexible ankle, because I don't have this mobility. I lost it because my bone is really fucked up, so I cannot move like that. So here. Yeah, it's really flexible. And it's a perfect angle right here. And when you it's a really good extension of the hip. And look at as you can see, like his spine is nice and straight, right? That means he has really flexible hip flexors and spine. Otherwise, if you have, creating this kind of like deep angle down is quite hard. As I said, you have to have a really flexible ankle right here, and also you got to have a really flexible it's not a flexible, it's a really coordinated skill, and also like coordinated like a flexible hip joint as well, like right here, hip flexors. Then you can create like a nice and curved and straight line here. Ooh, look at his face. Oh my goodness. Like a mannequin. マネキンみたいですよね。これのあれなんですよね。これただいつも TXT さんってすごくね、スタンスがめちゃくちゃすごく質が高い気がしてて、この例えばアングル結構深いんですよね。しゃがんでるんですごく足首が柔らかく使ってるし、もしかしたらかかと上がってるのかもしれないですけどね。にしてもやっぱこう男性としてはここの右の股関節のクッキングこれだけ綺麗に伸ばせるっていうことは、ここのかかと、足首と股関節、ここがまず綺麗にこうマッチングした可動域がないとこの脊柱作れないんでね。ウェーブがセクシー。His proximal move of the spine, like they always say, like a body wave, is so sexy. Maybe you can see his spine's like creating the energy the whole time, right? Same as martial arts, man. Martial arts is creating the energy from the spine. Well, we don't show it, right? The energy always go through. But in the dancing, they express with emotion. Martial arts and dancing are kind of always related. That's kind of cool. Ooh. もういちいちかかとが上がるね。さっきちょっと英語でも言ったんですけど、このすごくこのね、背骨からめちゃくちゃこうやって結構背骨動いてるんですね。ぐんぐんぐんぐん。で、ダンスではすごくこう背骨をが動くのを見せて表現するし、でも武道でも刀、いわゆる抜刀でも全部胸椎というかこの胸椎というかこの肋骨の動きとか、あとこう力の流れとか、力を通すって言ったりするんですけど、そう引用の手っていうのがあって、でその手の返し方とかでもその使い方がその手先じゃないですよね。全部その体からこう切って操作するんで、それ何かっていうと、さっき僕もその省エネで動くっていう、省エネだけどダイナミックにすごくワイドに動かなきゃいけないのがこのアーティストさんじゃないですか。でそういった時にどういうところに依存するかっていうと、やっぱり小さいエネルギーで大きく四肢を動かす、背骨を動かすっていうことを考えると、タイミングだったりするんですよね。必要最低限の時にパーンと力を流す。そのやっぱり訓練っていうか、やっぱそこでこう差というか出てくるんでしょうね。本当にこれは武道もみんな一緒なんですよね。これ終わっちゃいましたね。ラス四巡視。So fluid. すごくないですかこれ。なんなのこれ。How can he do that? Look at his like upper body. So fluid. Wait. Wait, see that? 100%. Boom. Tibia angle. 90 degrees. This is Yeonjun's performance. I love this. Ooh. And really sharp. One of the doctors, she's one of the, shit. I forgot the name of the term. Anyway, she's a specialist in the foot, and she called this movement as a high gear. The heel goes up high. She calls it as a high gear. This is here. This is MP joint, right? You got to have a really flexible MP joint. Otherwise, you cannot create the isolation of the hip, right? You cannot. If flat feet doesn't really create flat feet like this, right? Stabilize like this. You cannot really create the movement on the hip if you're a dancer, right? You got to have a really sharp point like this, plantar flexion, right? Pointing down. Then you can create your hip easy to move, right? And if you shift the weight to the left, he's like in his position, you can stabilize it, you can stop it, and you can bounce back. You can shift to the right, left. You can shift it really easily. This is my opinion. This is my type, right? And also he can create a quite nice rotation right here. そうだからこれね、こういう風にいいっすよね。これカチッってこう40歳、これ絶対アングルまっすぐじゃないですか。もう何回もこれ語ってるけどね。そうこれタイプなんですよやっぱり。ずっと前からねこれ言ってるんですけど、そうこれね最高に綺麗。足もすっごく綺麗で細いし、なんだけどねめっちゃくちゃシャープなんですよね。手足長くて身長高くて、このティビアがな脛骨が長いんですよね。なんだけどもねすげえシャープなツイストするんですよね。See that deceleration? See, oh my god, he's decelerate the leg like this. Woo! Oh my god, やっぱりいいですね。I love his performance. Here, see that? From the proximal, like something like expand diagonal angle. This is what cool energy, like energy distribution. That's why I said all dancing, like artists is always about a line, right? And the point. Where's that? Right? This is the point and the line. And this is kind of wavy. This is always about spiral. Maybe you can see this, maybe in the front angle, front profile, you can only see like this, but if you see it from the top, it kind of the figure eight movement going, right? And if you want to create some like good figure eight motion, right, you got to relax your shoulders and neck and traps and everything, right? Otherwise it's all connected to there, right? If you have little bit of tension, all the cervical, everything's like jacked up, so you cannot create the motion here. You got to be relaxed, right? From here to there, and the pecs as well, right? No bench press for them, right? No benchers. Woo. See that shift going left to right, boom boom. Woo, this is a kind of karate going. See that? Boom boom. Look at his spine. This is such a good movement. Woo. めちゃくちゃこれかっこよくないですか。これ空手ですよ。これショートカン空手。ズンズンズン。 Ooh, spine. Oh my goodness. Oh, I like this part. Soon. Beautiful. His head to pelvis. This is kind of cylinder rotation. See that? It's kind of everything's like stacked and rotate, right? It's a kind of isolation movement of the hip, but you got to have like everything stacked upper body, right? So it's not from the head. It's not isolated. It's not like head, chest, stomach, and the pelvis. It's all stacked. All the joints are lined up and twist. Oh my god, he's got everything. Ooh. Oh my god, I cannot wait for the dance practice. 最後日本語で言うとこれかっこいいですよね。彼の場合ものすごく柔らかく見えて、このワイドスタンスの中からこの頭が胸、腹、骨盤が全部スタックした状態でツイストができるっていう、こういうスペックを持ってるんですよね。でシャープっすよね。ボーンっていうこうワイド。久しぶりに喋りましたね。はい。Thank you for watching.